Morning Pages is a journal practice from the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It entails free writing 3 pages every morning about anything that's on your mind. On this day, my mind was very busy with everything I'm hoping to accomplish on the retreat, so in my morning pages, I dumped everything I was thinking of and felt much clearer. Welcome to this very cozy cabin. I'm here for an artist retreat, which is a fancy way of saying I need to run away for a short while to relax and think more clearly about my creative business. Look who's still in bed. Lucy, are you sleeping in today? Elliot is making tofu scramble for breakfast, which was so delicious. I really wanted to eat good food, so I planned all the meals for the 2-night trip. We ended up maybe double the amount of groceries needed. I can't help it. I shop for food like my immigrant parents. In terms of art and business stuff, I split my day into 2 chunks of time. For the rest of the morning, I would draw in my sketchbook as a fun warm-up activity, and then the afternoon would be dedicated to visioning and planning for my business. The last time I had colored pencils was probably in elementary school. I got the ones with the erasers because I'm insecure about my drawing skills. It was very satisfying to sharpen these pencils one by one. I picked up Minnie Small's new book, The 30-Day Sketchbook Project, and tried the first exercise. Minnie Small is one of my favorite artists who makes delightful YouTube videos. A lot of her exercises in the book involve painting, so I'd love to try my hand at it one day. I didn't want this retreat to be all thinking and planning, and bookbinding isn't a portable craft, so I opted for some sketching. I did have to get over a hump where I felt bored, but I stuck with it and it felt very soothing and meditative. I was literally just drawing lines and shapes. I'm making some chai here. Chai is my favorite autumn drink. Moving on to my art business visioning. On the night before, I mind mapped all the questions and topics I wanted to focus on. More specifically, aspects of my business that I'm struggling with, such as growing pains, building healthy habits, and making a comfortable living. I share some of my questions later in this video. I also wrote out some big goals and dreams that would be nice to reach. I'm a dreamer and daydreamer. I zone out a lot. I love to start projects without thinking through how much work they actually require. So when I suddenly have a million projects on the go, I get overwhelmed. I'm hoping to build some structure around this. Being an online art business, I feel the pressure to grow quickly, and that has subconsciously affected almost everything I do. When I let the pressure get to me, I often think to myself, I need to work faster. I should post more. I should have thought to document that for content. I'm not growing fast enough, etc., etc. She's very judgmental and naggy. This voice is a big reason why I decided to do a retreat, so that I can confront these expectations and find my own way. This is the coziest Airbnb that I've ever been to. I love the big windows. It's really bright in here. And I also love that there's a lot of floor space because I like to sit and work on the floor. And it was pet friendly, which is hard to find. So Lucy's enjoying it here too. It's not supposed to be snowing this early in the year, but it did a little bit last night, and when I woke up, it was really beautiful. I gave the hosts a heads up that I was coming and that I'd be filming a video in here, so they asked me to make a guest book. I have it here wrapped up, and I'm going to leave it here for them. I'm excited to hear what they think of it, and I'm happy that this book will now live its life in this really cozy space. I'm gonna move because the sun's in my eyes. I wanted to go on a little getaway, specifically for me to work on thinking through my art business because I've been really overwhelmed with all the possibilities. Whether to focus on shop updates, whether to focus on making content. I also really want to start a Patreon because I feel like that's the next step for me to achieve financial sustainability. Lately, the way that I've been working has been my old way of working. What's the saying? Flying by the seat of my pants. So that means my pace of work is really fast and quick. My mind is moving really quickly on a daily basis because I have a lot of things to do and a lot of ideas that I want to try. And I feel like I don't give enough time to each idea. I haven't really sat down to dream of the direction that I want to go and lay it all out and just do things a little more thoughtfully and more sustainably because I have very limited energy. Last night I got to brainstorm and brain dump everything that I've been thinking about, and I ended up with a handful of questions that I'm hoping to answer by the time I leave. I'll just share some questions that I wrote down. What are Bitter Melon Bindery's values? What parts of my identity can I bring forward? The type of work that gives me joy and ease. The type of work that feels like a drag. What is my dream workflow? And what is my dream workspace? What's my business model and how do I make money that aligns with my values? I'm not going to have it all figured out, but at least leaving this retreat, I'm hoping to have a couple starting points that I can work with. So far, I feel like I've done a good amount of relaxation, some dreaming and visioning, and very soon I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty, like goals and timelines. I like to use different colored markers just so it's a more enjoyable process. I'm reviewing the notes that you're seeing me write, and I didn't have any revelations or aha moments, but I did get to think through my needs and wants and how I can best utilize my personal power. I need to be a better boss for myself. I want to release meaningful collections of books, and I want to build a deeper connection with you all. It's going to be a process to synthesize my ideas further so I can put them into action. How was reading?
It was nice.
Looks like you got into it.
Yeah.
Because being an artist is so personal and my work is done in solitude, I'm going to do a lot more gut checks. This means doing weekly check-ins on not only my to-do list, but how I'm feeling about everything. If it aligns with my values, and if it still feels good to keep going in a certain direction. I didn't get to the level of clarity I was hoping for, but I'm really glad I did this. I believe everyone has their own natural rhythm for moving through life, and I feel a bit closer to living mine.
Lucy. Lucy. Are you cozy? Are you cozy? My baby. She's just been on this couch all day.
I know, right?
And whenever we wrap her in a blanket like this, she will not move.
What do we have going on here?
We're making laksa.
Cooking with Chanel.
This is not cozy. Look away if you want cozy content.
What is this then?
This
Chaos?
is stress cooking. Oh, I always feel like I'm in a rush when I'm cooking.
I know what you mean.
But it's gonna be good.
I just try to do lots of prep. Get all the ingredients ready before I actually start.
I know.
At least some of the ingredients, you know.
I know that, but I get really impatient. Because I cook when I'm hungry. I brought the soup spoons.
I saw that.
And chopsticks.
Essential. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they'd have chopsticks here.
They do, actually. I didn't show, but we also brought our rice cooker. And it was great for the first night. Yes. Oh my god, it might be over baked.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Lots are going on. Doesn't look too bad.
It looks pretty good. It looks custardy. We'll see if it's set. Yeah, it's good. So this is my dream workflow. I will launch books seasonally, maybe like 2 to 4 seasons a year, you know. Weekly planning, which I don't do. I just, I kind of like shape my weeks around my YouTube upload schedule. So I want to do more than that. Have those check-in meetings with myself.
I think you ought to schedule this.
Yeah.
Every such and such day at such and such time. This is what I'm doing.
Well, I told my counselor I wanted to bookend it, and I haven't even implemented it. Like, this is the thing. Like, I just, Monday, go, I just hit the ground running. So Monday, I want to, sit down with a planner or something and be like, okay, here are my priorities for this week.
is this feasible? Is this doable? Friday, I check in with that list and be like, okay, this is what happened in reality, and here's what I can bump to next week or whatever it is. Professional guillotines are huge. They can cut a lot of paper, and they're like electric.
It's time to leave. I wish I had more time here. I wrote my morning pages and did some cleaning. Lucy's not a messy dog, but she can leave fur behind, so I was prepared with my lint roller. Our little scavenger.
Yeah.
No. Oh, it's a bone. Leave it. It's not your bone. Go. No, leave it. No. No. Leave it.
Lucy, you want breakfast?
Oh, breakfast time. Go. Breakfast time. I did a bit more drawing, and then it was time to pack up and leave. Thank you, Leaning Tree Retreat, for hosting me and creating the perfect space for my retreat. I'll be back. And thank you for being here and for listening to my thoughts. If you've done something like this for your own artistic process, I'd love to hear about your experience. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.